Those are some of the hymns usually sung during the close of the Lent period when Christians fast for 40 days. Lent ends with Palm Sunday, ushering in the Holy Week. The Holy Week climaxes with Jesus' death and resurrection. It has 3 holy days: Holy Thursday, known as Maundy Thursday, Good Friday, and Holy Saturday. This period is the greatest celebration in Christendom. It brings out the purpose of Christ's taking on a human body in the life of a blessed Virgin Mary. Accordingly, Holy Thursday is the 4th day before Jesus was crucified, when he called his 12 disciples on the Last Supper, which is commemorated as Holy Communion in church today. When bread and wine are partaken, it reminds Christians what happened to Jesus, how it sets them free from sin and brings them in contact with the risen Lord.
The importance is that we as Christians remember that through the Eucharist, the body and blood, we remember the atonement. Atonement means Jesus standing in for us because we were sinners and yet redeems us.
Roman Catholics believe that at the Last Supper, Jesus made the sacrament of Eucharist, which they celebrate during Mass, as the body and blood of Jesus. The assistant parish priest, Rubaga Cathedral, Reverend Father Chibi Deogracius, confirms that Jesus really comes in the Eucharist.
The best known one is in Lanciano in Rome, where a priest was saying Mass. And this priest, after saying, "This is my body," genuflected, "This is my blood," genuflected. Coming to look, he saw that this host, which had been blessed, had turned into a piece of human flesh. Then the wine had turned into blood of a human being.
Monsignor Gerard Kalumba, the parish priest of Christ the King Church, Kampala, says to the Catholics, Holy Communion is eaten as a lamb, symbolizing Jesus' death, and it is taken by only those who reject sin.
We reject sin, then we can come and receive Holy Communion. Then we can say we have rejected the devil, we have rejected sin.
However, to the born-again Christians, all days are holy because they were ordained by God, and what they celebrate in this period is Jesus' suffering, death, and resurrection. Bishop Herbert Buyondo, the acting Central Buganda Regional Bishop, says they only do Holy Communion in memory of Jesus.
That day, so that we can have Holy Communion on that day, no. We have Holy Communion whenever we feel it is important and we are ready for it. We can have, because Jesus Christ said, "Do it in remembrance of me."
Also on Holy Thursday, Jesus humbled himself and washed the feet of his disciples as a sign of humility and integrity. This, although done often by the clergy, not only on Holy Thursday, it calls Christians to engage in acts of servanthood.
If someone washes your feet as a foreigner, it means the person is humble. Feet are considered to be one of the dirtiest parts. It is a mark of humility. Secondly, a mark of servanthood, that a person can come and be a servant for others.
Catholics emulate this act by washing the feet of 12 people in the congregation every Holy Thursday. Father Chibi gives an example of the pictures that showed Pope Francis kissing the shoes of the president of South Sudan.
Jesus washing the feet of these people. Remember, by the time there was no water, by the time there was no soap, those kinds of feet of the time, Jesus, the Lord, the Son of God, goes down and washes the feet of these people as a sign of humility, to serve with humility.
While some bishops and pastors in the born-again churches wash feet to prepare people in their congregation for the tasks ahead.
To show them the significance of service. Where you are going to serve. Where you are going to minister. Where you are going to encounter issues that are not easy to handle.
Holy Thursday also marked the beginning of Jesus' preparation of celebration of his Passover to save the people from sin, as the Jewish Passover, which reminded people of their escape from slavery. Unlike the Jewish Passover that had a real lamb killed, Jesus was the lamb himself who was sacrificed.
Remember that during that time of bondage and hastiness, they also ate bread as a symbol that someone had died for them, had redeemed them, and they were doing in haste that they have to be redeemed. So we relate it with this time as a mark of God's intervention in the lives of the Israelites and our lives.
Here I am, Lord. Here I am, Lord. Is it I, Lord? Is it I, Lord? I have heard you calling in the night. This event, God saving through Moses people through the wilderness. That's how God saved the world by sending Jesus Christ. The wilderness represents the world we are in, with all the problems, monsters of poverty.
When he was celebrating his last Passover with the people, with his disciples, that's when he introduced a new Passover in his own life. He calls himself now the Lamb. Instead of now killing animals, lambs, sheep, he says, I'm the Lamb. There he was referring to his own death, which was going to incur in the next few hours that were.
Joined together, it is correlated with the Passover that was done, that was in Egypt. Because it was the blood of the lamb in Egypt that brought salvation. And it is the blood of Jesus Christ that brings salvation to the earth.
Holy Thursday is the night when Judas Iscariot betrayed Jesus. Catholics on Holy Thursday bless oils used in baptism, ordination, and applied on the sick. These oils are used throughout the liturgical year to administer the sacraments. This day is followed by Good Friday, when Jesus suffered and died for sinners. This day is celebrated by the way of the cross, done by various religions who hold processions with a cross while praying in memory of Jesus Christ's last journey on earth. I'm Nafka Farida, reporting in Kampala.